Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another video. So, in this video, we're going to be talking all about 6-star champions. But, which 6-star champions are about to become 7-star champions? And we know two already from the latest Kabam stream. It is called the Heart of Fire event. It is dropping on May 7th to May 13th. And it says here, 6 powerful champions enter the 7-star roster. And we have 2 champions revealed. We have our mutant, which is going to be Apocalypse, and we have our skill champion, which is going to be Nick Fury. So, dude, I am stupidly excited for this. Nick Fury, for me, like, wow, I need to get this guy. Also, this helps a bit. Having freaking 2, not 1, but 2 7-star skill awakening gems. And there's no better skill champion in the game to give one of these bad boys to than Nick Fury. I don't care what anyone says. He has the absolute most value for an awakening gem. Nick Fury from Sig 1 versus Unduped is a completely different champion. Having access to that second life is everything. So I want him so bad. So there's 4 other champions. So in this video, we're going to be trying to figure out who these other 4 champs are. And that leaves us with Cosmic, Tech, Mystic, and Science. So let's figure it out. It says our only hint here is powerful champions. And they don't currently exist at 7-star. So that's really all we have to go on. So let's try to figure it out. So let's put this to 6 stars. And so for skill, Nick Fury, I think, makes a ton of sense, and I think it's really hype. It's Kate would be too much as a 7-star. And Apocalypse, is a great pick for mutants. Again, I feel like Archangel maybe a bit too much. Maybe we're not ready for that yet. Archangel, Kitty, maybe they're too much. Magneto. I think Apocalypse is a pretty good choice. The only thing I don't like about Apocalypse personally is his awakened ability. I hate this. Oh man, he should have like Serpent's death immunity. That should be Apocalypse's Sig ability. Do it, Kabam. Anyways, though, let's start talking about some different classes. So let's start with Science. So we recently got confirmation also in that same stream that we're getting 7-star Red Guardian. So we can cross him off the list. We're already getting him as a 7-star. Why did my sound just die? What the heck? Hold on. Alright guys, sorry about that technical difficulty. That was really weird. My air server, which is what I use to wirelessly mirror my phone to my computer, kind of had an issue I'd never had before. That was weird, but it seems to be fine now. Where were we? Red Guardian. So he's already confirmed to be coming as a 7-star, but through different means. So we can cross him off the list. He's already coming, which is cool. Otherwise, he definitely would have been a consideration. So I think with Red Guardian crossed off the list, I think that really leaves us... Oh man, there's still plenty of options. I think realistically speaking, there is 1, 2, 3... 4, 5 champions that it could be. That's a lot. So Mr. Fantastic, I think, is an option. I don't think it's going to be him. I personally don't think he is powerful enough to make it as a 7-star. And then we also have Human Torch, who definitely is powerful enough. But I have a feeling it's not going to be either of these 2 champions. And the reason I think that is because we're getting, the first ever MCU Fantastic Four movie later on this year. So I feel like it would be in Kabam's best interest if they are planning or wanting to release 7-star Torch or 7-star Mr. Fantastic. I think it would just be better for them to wait for the movie to drop and have like an event around it. I think that just makes a lot more logical sense. So let's pretend that's true, and we'll cross off Human Torch and Mr. Fantastic. That leaves us with 3 options left. Cassie Lang, I-Bomb, and Scorpion. So I would say all 3 of these champions... Well, yeah, I would say all 3 of these champions are definitely powerful enough to be an option. Scorpion would by far be the best option. He's the strongest. He's one of the absolute strongest Science champs in the entire game. If he was released as a 7-star, man, that'd be awesome. But I don't think he's going to be. I think he's going to be too soon. We're already getting Nick Fury, who's really good. But I feel like Scorpion, he would be the absolute pinnacle choice. But I think he's just too good. I think Scorpion is too good. He's suffering from his own success, dude. He's too good to be released as a 7-star yet. But I think Cassie or I-Bomb are both extremely likely. Extremely likely. I could see it absolutely being either one of these. Which one? My final pick. I think I'm gonna go with I-Bomb. Shout out to Brian Grant, the greatest MCOC YouTuber of all time. He helped to design I-Bomb, actually. So, yeah, that's my vote. I-Bomb. Most handsome looking champion in the game. I think he's going to be our science representation for Heart of Fire. Alright, let's move on to the next class. We got Cosmic up next. Dude, Cosmic is a crazy one. So, realistically speaking, how many options are there? I would say, realistically speaking, no one yet. Yeah, no one yet. Okay, Thor, potentially. I think it's Thor, and then the top row of champions minus Serpent. Ronan, I feel like, is just too niche to be a 7-star. He's powerful for sure in the right matchups, but those matchups are on the rarer side, so I don't think it's going to be Ronan. It's not going to be Gallon, because we also recently got confirmation alongside Red Guardian that Gallon was going to be coming as a 7-star on his own through the Titan pool, actually. So that's cool. So we can cross off Gallon and cross off Ronan. So that leaves us with Thor, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Hercules, and Hulkling. Now, there's some other champs, that don't currently exist as 7-stars, like Spider-Man here, like Super Skrull here, like Icarus, like Annihilus, but none of them are powerful enough to be a 7-star, in my opinion. Judging by what Kabam is saying and the caliber of champs they're putting here, none of those cosmic champs I just mentioned would make any sense. So it's either Thor, CGR, or Hulkling. We all know it's not going to be Hercules, and I would bet good money it's not going to be Cosmic Ghost Rider. So I feel like that narrows it down to Thor or Hulkling. Now, Hulkling would be insane as a 7-star. Again, I feel like he's like Scorpion, though. He's too good to release as a 7-star yet. One day, sure, but it's too soon. I don't think it's going to be Hulkling. So my money's on Thor, who it ends up being, who's powerful. But like at the same time, Thor's not on the same level as Apocalypse or Nick Fury. So is he powerful enough to be considered? I don't know. I feel like Thor's not quite powerful enough, and Hulkling is just way too powerful. So Cosmic one is a really difficult one to predict. But I guess I'm gonna go with Thor. If we got CGR, Herc, or Hulkling, dude, this event is gonna be so bonkers. But I just don't see it. So yeah, I'm gonna pick Thor. All right, we got 2 classes left: Tech and Mystic. Let's take a look at the Tech class. So realistically, what are the options here? Okay, I'd say Viv Vision is a chance. There's one. Nebula could be. That's 2. And then that leaves us with Ghost, Nimrod, and future Ant-Man. So I'm going to cross out Nebula and Viv. I just don't think, like, both champions can do some stuff and are fairly powerful in their own regard and own respect. But for an event like this, I don't think either one of them would get people that excited. I don't see it being either of them. I think it's far more likely it's between Ghost, Nimrod, and future Ant-Man. So I think Ghost, again, I think she might be too powerful right now. Even to this day, as a 7-star, Ghost would just be, man, she would be nuts. I think it's too soon for 7-star Ghost. Nimrod, I could absolutely see Nimrod, absolutely. And then future Ant-Man. Future Ant-Man's an interesting one. He's really powerful, similar to Scorpion and Hulkling, but I feel like he's not. I feel like he's far more likely than Scorpion and Hulkling. I don't know why. My gut tells me it's going to be future Ant-Man, but I think Nimrod could absolutely be likely. But I'm going to go with future Ant-Man because I think that would be pretty hype, and he's very powerful, and he's like almost at that. It's like a fine line. He's almost crossing that line of too powerful, but I think he's just enough that I could absolutely see him for the tech representation here. So final answer for tech is going to be future Ant-Man, and that leaves us with one class remaining in Mystic. So let's see who's realistic here. Okay, Dr. Voodoo would low-key be kind of cool as a 7-star, dude. I don't see it happening, but that'd be kind of cool. Maybe not for this event, though. Ghost Rider, I don't think he's powerful enough. He needs a buff. Same with Dormammu. He's not powerful enough. We just got Mystic Spidey as a 7-star and the Titan recently. Mephisto is powerful on defense, but that's about it. So I don't see it being him. And then that leaves us with this top row. So I think it really comes down to 1, 2, 3, 4 champions. Yeah, I think Mystic is between 4 champions, and that's Black Widow, Clairvoyant, Tigra, Doctor Doom, and Absorbing Man. I'm pretty confident Mystic's going to be one of those 4. Which one, though? So let's go through each one. So Claire. Claire's a very interesting one because Kabam specifically omitted her. You know, when we had the vote for the Titan Crystal originally. We were voting for one champion in each class, and during the Mystic vote, apparently Black Widow Clairvoyant was not intended to be on the final poll list, but she was, and she was winning. She was actually beating out Juggernaut even, and Kabam didn't like that. They didn't want 7-star Claire at that time, so they redid the vote and they took her off the list. So there's a time where Kabam did not think Claire was suitable to be a 7-star yet. So, but that was quite a while ago now. I feel like enough time has passed where it would be fine now. But at the same time, it didn't even seem like it'd be that bad originally. And instead, you know, because of what Kabam did, we got 7-star Juggernaut, who is way more broken anyways. So, yeah, Claire's a weird one. Then there's Tigra. Now, a little story about Tigra. So, when me, Karate Mike, and FinTech were doing our challenges for the Karinas, you know, I'm the one who actually brought up the idea and the possibility of, you know, earning a champion, and of like it wasn't just any champion, it was Stark Spidey. Like I want 7-star Stark Spidey. If he can be a reward for my challenge, that would be incredible. And so that kind of sparked something. And then so Mike and FinTech also, you know, wanted to add in a champion for doing their challenge. But both of them, their first champion that they wanted, got declined. So Mike's was Baron Zemo. Baron Zemo was too powerful at the time to be a 7-star. And FinTech's, of course, was Tigra. And at the time, Tigra was too powerful. So I think, again, I think enough time has passed that a 7-star Tigra would be fine. But the thing about Tigra and Cassie, the reason why I chose iBomb over Cassie was another reason that I don't think I mentioned. It's just that it requires a very specific play style, and you have to be very skilled to play both Tigra and Cassie. So they're very powerful, but more so powerful in the right hands. So I don't think Kabam wants those type of powerful champions in an event like this, if that makes sense. So for those reasons, I don't think it's going to be Tigra, but I think the game, I think 7-star Tigra is absolutely plausible at this point in the game. But also, a personal side note, I don't ever want to see 7-star Tigra. I hate Tigra, so leave her as a 6-star, dude. So that leaves us with Absorbing Man and Dr. Doom. And Claire. I guess it could be Claire. Let's talk about Doom, though. So Doom, I've seen a lot of people thinking it's going to be Doom. Bro, I don't think so. I don't think so. It, like, again, comparing to Scorpion and Hulkling, Dr. Doom, he's way past the line, dude. He's so far past the line of being too powerful. Like, there's no way. There's no way we're getting 7-star Doom yet. One day, okay, but not yet, dude. It's way too soon. I just think it's too soon. Doom is so crazy. His base stats are so ridiculous. If he becomes a 7-star, the scaling on those stats are going to be, oh my god, it's going to be disgusting. And, you know, the other thing about Doom is bro does not need to be awakened. So, I don't know. I think it's just a bit too premature for 7-star Doom. I don't see it, man. I really don't see it. It'd be so hype if it was Doom. I think it's too soon. Then that leaves us with Absorbing Man, who is very, very powerful. But I don't know. Again, something in my gut is saying I think it might be Absorbing Man. So I think the two most likely here is Claire or Absorbing Man. But my gut tells me it's going to be Abs Man. You know, Absorbing Man, he really wants to be at a high sig. So just getting him and having him unduped as a 7-star, he's not going to be super crazy. But once you invest in him, then it'll really pay off. So yeah, man, I think it's going to be Absorbing Man. So let's go over the picks one more time. So Mystic is Absorbing Man. Tech, we have Future Ant-Man. Cosmic, I say Cosmic's the hardest one, dude. But I'm going with Thor. At Mutant, we got Apocalypse. Skill, we got Nick Fury. And then Science, I think we got iBomb. So that is who I'm thinking, guys, for the Heart of Fire event. The newly 7-star champions joining the roster. Powerful ones at that. Let me know what you guys think about all my predictions, my thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. Who are your 4 picks for these spots? For Science, for Cosmic, for Tech, and for Mystic. Drop your 4 champ predictions in the comment section down below. Let's compare. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I really like this type of content where you theory craft and try to predict stuff. I just have a ton of fun with it. So hope you guys enjoyed it too. Drop a like if so. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.